The Future Warning Boy. Theo woke up with a strange shimmer in his eyes. When he reached for his glass of orange juice, a ghostly, glowing image appeared in the air. It showed the glass shattering on the floor and juice soaking his rug. Theo blinked, pulled his hand back, and moved carefully. The vision vanished. He had been warned, and for the first time in his life, he didn't make a mess. At school, the future warnings were everywhere. As Theo walked down the hallway, a golden glow shimmered near a locker. He saw a vision of himself tripping over a stray backpack. He paused, stepped over the bag, and smiled. He felt like he had a superpower. No more scraped knees, no more dropped trays, and no more getting in trouble. Days turned into weeks, and Theo became known as Perfect Theo. He never got a math problem wrong because the glow warned him before he wrote a bad answer. But Theo wasn't happy. He spent every second watching for the shimmer. He became afraid to run, jump, or even laugh too loud, terrified that a warning might pop up at any moment. His best friend Maya wanted to climb the old oak tree in the park. As she grabbed the first branch, Theo saw a flash. The vision showed Maya's foot slipping and her falling into the grass. "Don't do it, Maya," Theo shouted, pulling her back. Maya looked at the sturdy branch and then at Theo's worried face. She sighed, looking disappointed and bored. One Tuesday morning, Theo woke up and reached for his glasses. He waited for the shimmer, but the air remained clear. He dropped his glasses and they clattered onto the floor. There was no warning. He looked in the mirror, but the glow in his eyes was gone. The future warnings had vanished as mysteriously as they had arrived. Theo was terrified to leave his room. Without the visions, the world felt like a giant trap. At school, he sat perfectly still. But when the teacher called on him, he stammered and gave the wrong answer. The whole class didn't laugh, but Theo felt his cheeks turn bright red. He had made a mistake, and he didn't know how to fix it. During recess, Maya found Theo sitting alone on a bench, staring at his shoes. "I'm a disaster, Maya," he whispered. "I keep making mistakes." Maya sat down next to him and showed him a bandage on her elbow. "I got this learning to ride my bike," she said. "If I never fell, I'd still be using training wheels. Mistakes are just lessons in disguise." Suddenly, a frantic meowing came from high above. A tiny kitten was stuck on a very thin branch of the oak tree, swaying in the wind. Theo looked up. There was no glow, no vision, and no guarantee of what would happen. He didn't know if he could climb that high, or if he would slip just like he had seen in his old visions. Theo took a deep breath and began to climb. His foot slipped once, and his heart raced, but he didn't stop. He scraped his knee, but he kept going. He reached the kitten and tucked it safely into his jacket. He didn't need a vision to tell him he was doing the right thing. He chose to be brave instead of being perfect. Theo climbed down to find Maya cheering for him. He realized that the future warnings hadn't been a gift. They had been a cage. Life was messy and unpredictable, but that's what made it an adventure. Theo didn't know what would happen tomorrow, and for the first time in a long time, he was excited to find out.